Hey guys, welcome back to FedEx Gaming's Redstone tutorials. And this is Darby showing guys how to build my super simple castle gate and or portcullis gate, whatever you want to call it. But I recently saw a video by Mumbo Jumbo and he did a simple version of his portcullis gate, and I just thought to myself I could do a way more simple design. And obviously I do have a more advanced design that doesn't use any sand, but this one literally, guys, it uses absolutely pretty much no redstone whatsoever, and it's also only 3 wide. That's the cool thing about this gate. The whole thing's only 3 wide. So if we click this button right here, our gate opens up, and then if we can go inside, obviously, or it doesn't really matter what side we click the button from, and the gate closes. Very easy build, not a lot of resources whatsoever. So let's just start building this thing, guys. All right, guys, so I'm going to be making mine 6 blocks long. Obviously you can make it longer, you can make it shorter, it can go up to 14 blocks long, and you can always extend it with a repeater. But for this build, we're going to need a 9x3 spacing. We're also going to dig down 4. However, we do need to dig down 5, so make sure you have enough room to dig down 5. Now, the resources we're going to need for the gate to be at least 6 blocks long. Now, keep that in mind. We're going to be making it 6 blocks long. You can make it longer if you want, so you're going to need more resources if you make it longer. But we're going to need 7 sticky pistons, 19 regular pistons, 1 redstone comparator. Now, if you cannot get a redstone comparator right now because you can't get to the nether, I'll show you a way around it so you can use a repeater instead of a comparator. We're also going to need 8 redstone repeaters, a handful of redstone dust, 2 buttons, 1 slab. We're also going to need a furnace. That's for our comparator later on. I'll show you what that's supposed to be used for. We're also going to need 18 fences, whatever kind of fences you want to use. I'm using nether brick. Obviously, you can use cobblestone. You can use regular wooden fences, but I'm going to be using nether brick fences. We're also going to need 22 blocks of sand, some blocks to put our redstone down on, and then obviously we're going to need some blocks of choice. I'm going to be using white stained clay and smooth sandstone for my build. So let's start building this thing, guys. All right, guys, so like I said at the beginning, this little 3x3 area is where all our redstone is going to be going. So anything after this 3x3 area is where our gate is. So right here, mine's going to be 6 blocks long. So I'm going to go right to the middle, and we're going to dig down 1 block and then go to the right 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. So it looks something like this. Next, right here in the middle, we're going to go ahead and put sticky pistons facing upwards like so. Then we're going to put a line of regular pistons above these sticky pistons facing upwards as well. Then in between both sides of the pistons, well, outsides of the pistons, we're going to go ahead and put a line of redstone like this and a line of redstone like that. Next, what I want you to do, now keep it in mind, this is going to be the front. This is going to be the front of our gate. So you know what? Let's just build our gate real quick. So let's go ahead and build up our gate real quick, and keep it in mind, this is the front of it. So we're going to put 3 lines of sand right above these pistons. So 1, 2, 3. So as you can see, it is flush to the floor. As you can see, I can walk right over it on the floor. Then we're going to take out our fences, and we're going to put 3 rows of fences. So 1, then put another row right above that. 2. Oh, come on. There we go. And 3. Next, what I want you to do is just come up 3 blocks. So we can put away our sand for now. Come up 3 blocks above this fence. So 1, 2, 3. Delete these 2 blocks, and we can put a line of blocks right along the tops of our fences like that. And then put a row of pistons facing downwards twice. So 1 and 2. And we can go ahead and delete these blocks up here. They are no longer needed. And there we go. That's our whole fencing. This is our whole entire fencing. Now we could start up on the redstone. So what I want you guys to do is go over here to the left-hand side, because this is where our redstone is going to be going. And we're going to put a row of blocks of choice right here like this. So you're going to be able to see these blocks. Obviously, when you're walking into your fence, you're going to be able to see these blocks. So make sure you use ones that you like. And then we're going to put a button here and a button on this side as well. So now we can, click the button and our fence will open and it'll be all cool and whatnot. So keep it in mind, this is the front. Make sure you are at the front of your gate. This is where you're going to be walking in, and the inside's over there. So next, what I want you to do is come right underneath these buttons. So come a block underneath them. So come 1 block underneath like that. Delete that block, do the same thing on this side, 1 block underneath it. Man, I did that twice. And then put a slab upside down in the middle of both these blocks, and then put redstone along all 3 of them. So when I click the button, the redstone turns on. And if I click the button over here, the redstone comes on. So I just wanted to get our buttons in now, but we're going to come back to our buttons later on. So what I want you guys to do now is come all the way down here, and where we have these 2 lines, these 2 blue lines with our redstone dust going down towards our pistons, we're going to delete the blocks right in front of them and put 2 repeaters going into these blocks on 2 ticks delay. So 2 ticks and a repeater going into this one on 2 ticks delay. Now, like I said, keep it in mind, this is the front of your gate. This is the front. So then going into this 2 tick delay repeater, let's just delete this block right here. Then we're going to delete the block right up next to this block like so. And we're going to turn this way and put a repeater going into this block, into this 2-tick on 4 ticks delay. So this orange block right here is indicating that this is the front of your castle. I don't want you guys to get confused while you're building your castle gate, but I mean, obviously it doesn't really matter which side's the front, but this one, you could keep this side flush. This side you can't, the other side you can't keep flush to the wall. Next, what I want you to do is come back down here, and where we have this 4-tick delay going into this block right here, we're gonna go ahead and put a block right above the 4-tick delay so you will no longer see it. And then right above this 2-tick delay repeater, we're also gonna put a block right above it like that. Then on the top of the block that we just put the 2-tick delay repeater, we're gonna put a repeater on 3 ticks delay, and then put a row of blocks right in front of this 3-tick delay repeater with redstone dust along all the tops of them. Now we don't want these two connecting, so what you can go ahead and do is take out your block of choice and just put a block of choice right here for now, just to cut off this current, because we don't want that connecting to each other. Next, what I want you to do is come back down over here, and where this 3-tick delay repeater is, we're gonna put a 4-tick going towards it like this on this block, and then put a piece of redstone dust down here on top of this block, and then put a block on top of the redstone dust. Next, what we're going to do is come over here, and behind this 4-tick delay repeater, we're going to put a block up behind it. We can delete this block, it's not needed. And then we're going to put a block right here with redstone dust on top of it. Then we're going to put a block right above the redstone dust. And then right next to this 4-tick delay repeater, we're going to put a block right next to it like that. Next, we're going to put a repeater going into this block that's above this dust, like this, on 1-tick delay. Put a piston facing upwards right behind it right here with a piece of sand on top of it. Oh, that's not sand. So get out your sand blocks, put a piece of sand on top of it. And then coming out of this redstone dust right here, we're going to put a repeater on 1-tick delay. And that will be our whole entire extension for our bottom, guys. So if I click this button, our gate should go all the way up and then retract back down to this normal state. So if I click the button, it went up. So now I can go ahead and walk right inside of it. And that's it. That's pretty much the whole entire extension, guys. So if yours did not do this, then you did something wrong. I'll press it again. So it goes up and then goes back down. So if yours is not doing this, then you did something wrong and you're going to have to go back. All right, guys. So next what we're going to do is the extension for our top pistons over here. So what we're going to do is come right back over here to where our redstone is. Then where this 1-tick delay repeater is going into this block, we're going to put a piece of redstone dust right here. Then put a block right above this 1-tick delay repeater like that. Next, right above this block, we're going to put a sticky piston facing upwards with a block on top of it. And then 3 sand blocks up from that. So 1, 2, 3. Then coming off the right-hand side right here, let's actually use some blocks of choice just to be on the safe side, because you will be able to see right here. So make sure you use some blocks of choice right around this area. Well, you know, let me just stick a few blocks of choice right in here now so we don't mess up. So go ahead and put some blocks of choice around the area like that so you don't mess up. So then right here, going from the right-hand side of the sand, we're going to put some blocks of choice like that. Then right next to this piston, we're going to put a furnace and put any item you want inside the furnace. I'm going to put a piece of redstone dust in it. And then coming out of the furnace, we're going to go ahead and put a comparator like that. So that's the whole reason for that. As you can see, the comparator came on because the item inside the furnace is activating this comparator. Next, we're going to do swing to this side and put 2 blocks and a piece of redstone dust coming out of the side of this sand block with a repeater going this way on 1-tick delay. Next, put a block up in front of it. So actually, let me get out my blocks that I need for my top extension. And we're going to put a block up like this and go right along the tops of our pistons. And we're just going to put redstone dust right down along this. And redstone dust right down along here. And that's it. You are completely done, guys. That's the entire extension for the top area. So if I click this button, it extends down. Because this right here, as you can see, the furnace is activating the comparator. The comparator is activating this redstone dust right here, thus activating these pistons. Then when I click the button again, it will retract and go up. So now we can go ahead and clean it up, guys. You are completely done. So if I go like this, I can put some blocks right here to make it look nice. Like that. Beautiful. And then we can go ahead and put some blocks up here. And then, like I said, I'll show you how to not use that redstone comparator if you really don't feel like using the redstone comparator. But just, you know, put some blocks up like this. There we go. And then we can put some blocks up over here as well. There we go. Oh, you know what? Here, let me do this real quick. There we go. Because it's gonna annoy me since this has the sandstone right here, so I want to keep everything looking the same. But there you guys go. That's how the entire cascade. As you can see, it closes. Oh yeah, you know what? We need another row right here. Sorry. So put another row like that right here. Go. So the whole entire gate is done. So if you don't mind using that comparator, then you are done. But if you want to use something besides a comparator right here, if you want to use something besides a comparator, all you have to do is come out 2 blocks like this, put put a repeater going this way, and then obviously all we have to do is just send power to that repeater with a lever like this. There we go. So now we don't have to use this comparator anymore. But there you guys have it. That's how you build my super simple castle gate. It started to rain, so I decided to just leave the game and come back in. But obviously, if I click the button, you know, the gate comes down. Click the button again, the gate goes up. So there you guys have it. That's the entire video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave it a like and subscribe. Stay tuned with my newest videos. All right, guys. Peace.